Welcome to the SMO Podcast. My name is Whitney, and today I'll be asking each guest 7 questions in 7 minutes. Here is the first look of our guest that will be speaking live on our stage. Look below to see what you'll say differently. And here is our next episode.
Welcome, guys. We are here back with another episode, and today my guest is Shamika. I'm looking forward to this because this is something where we are going to dive deep into learning who is this person on the other side of the screen. What does she offer? What has she done? Where is she going? And I think that this is going to be a great conversation. We actually chopped it up before we started this, so I'm looking forward to learning about you, Dr. Shamika Harris. For those that do not know you and are watching us today, can you kindly introduce yourself and tell us who are you and what is it that you do?
Awesome. Well, hi again. I am Dr. Shamika Harris. I am the mom of 5 beautiful babies. Have been growing my business in life coaching and counseling for the last maybe 7 years. I completed my PhD in philosophy here 4 years ago, and I just love to help people. I love to serve. I love to be of a helping hand to those who are, doing this journey called life. It's something that I love, that I'm passionate about. And so I offer my life coaching, counseling services, and I also help people rediscover kind of what their purpose is. I have a nonprofit, A Beautiful Rebuild, that helps, veterans, when they come home, acclimate back into society, become closer with their families, kind of give them the tools and the knowledge to move them forward once they've, served our country so well. So I always say they go out and they, put their lives on the line, but when they come home, they don't have a helping hand, but we are a helping hand to them. So that's what I have to offer. I also am an author, 4-time author. My first book is definitely about touching who you are on the inside, rebuilding your life. So my book is Rebuild. And I just want people to kind of, understand that sometimes we may fall, but it's also possible for us to rebuild our lives back. And sometimes, most times, better than when we fail.
I like that. I like that a lot. What pushed you? So I guess, because obviously we talked about it a little before this entire episode, that obviously going to the next level, especially in a doctorate degree, obviously taking that same exact path of like constantly pursuing learning, constantly pursuing what you called life. What made you take this path seriously to be, it seems like you were in the corporate world first and you shifted over to now being in this full-time aspect of really providing and helping people in this entrepreneur space. What pursued you to take this path serious?
Really, it's my own life experiences. I was married for a very long time, then divorced. Being a mom who really was a housemaker, a homemaker, being married, those things you don't really, that you have that on the inside of you, but you don't know how to tap into it. But I had no choice once I got divorced. I had to, go and find out who I was, discover who is Shamika on the inside. What is my purpose here? And so I really just, strengthen my bond and my relationship with Christ, asked him, hey, what do you want me to do with my life? And I already knew, because we all have, these things in our upbringing that kind of shows us who we are. And I really tapped into that. So going through my divorce, kind of being a single mom and having to create a way for myself, really gave me the push that I need to do to actually become who God created me to be.
So powerful, because realistically, I agree with that, especially when I hear people have this, and I feel like the breaking is always the building part, especially for me in my life. So what's one mistake you see people that you've been helping, you've been guiding? What's one mistake you see them actually make over and over again? It's like like insanity, like what Einstein says.
Yeah, it's really self-doubt. It's really, when we fall, we'll pity ourselves into greater despair. But, really all we need to do is to lean in and tap in and create this space with you and God to kind of understand what it is that he put on the inside of you and connect with other people who can also help you walk this journey. When we're falling, we really, we don't really have a lot of hope, but there are people who've been through things who can lend you hope, who can lend you a hand to help you walk through anything that you've gone through. So it's really been, for me, watching people kind of like lose hope and feel like there's no way out, but it absolutely is a way out.
Yeah, I love that. What do you help people with right now?
So again, I am the helper. I'm the one that's going to push you to your greatness. I am going to help you understand and fulfill your God-given purpose. I want to see all people do well. I want all people to be alive. I want people to understand that no matter where we are in life, even if we've been trodden down, if we are in despair, if we have fallen to pieces, God can mend broken pieces. God can put the pieces back together and offer us such a great future, but we just need to tap in, and I am there to help you tap in.
I love that. What's the mindset shift, I guess, for you to get to that place? Because what do you believe that shift was that changed everything for you?
That shift, and it's funny because I'm writing a book now, following up on a mindset shift book that I started. And that shift really was me understanding that if God wrote it, then that's what he means. If he said that he would bless me, and not just bless me small, but abundantly, I had to believe that. I have to understand that there is a God who is greater than all of us and anything. And so if I can look up in the sky and see that the sky is there, trees are there, none of us did that, then I absolutely believe that God has a great purpose for my life and he wants to see me do well. So that's when I made up in my mind that, hey, if I can see and understand that there's a God that is that great, then I might need to change my mind about who I am as well, because he said that he loved me even before I was in my mother's womb. So I just trust God to do exceedingly well in my life. And I want others to understand it as well.
I love that. The word of the day was, before I was in my mother's womb, you made me fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
Psalms, I think it's like Psalms 118 or something like that.
Yes.
That was the word today. I love that. I love that a lot. So where do people find you to learn more about this evolution that you take them on?
Absolutely. So on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere that you can find, I am Dr. Shamika Harris on all platforms. I also, my business page, A Beautiful Rebuild, in TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the same there as well. And I like to create, a space where we can offer hope and, give joy and show how, sometimes we may not feel the absolute best in a day, because it's false to say we're going to have just these amazing days all the time. I don't want to be a false witness to that, but we can absolutely end the day on a great note. And so there I am on all platforms as Dr. Shamika Harris.
I love that. I love that. Dr. Shamika Harris, my last question for you. What a great way to end this off. And honestly, for someone that's like doubting themselves right now, because they're watching us. Not everybody, like you said, not everybody has the joyful days, the belief. And we talked about the doubt. For those that are doubting themselves right now, what is that one piece of advice that can help them out with their mindset shift?
Yeah, my number one thing is, again, going back to the word, that God fearfully, wonderfully made you. You are the apple of God's eye. There is nothing too hard for God. And with him, all things are possible. So if you just believe and trust in him, he will do exceedingly well in your life. He will mend the broken pieces of your heart. He will bring together exactly who you're supposed to become. This may be a down season, but look unto the hills where cometh your help and your strength comes from God. He will make all things well for us. So if you just trust that and believe, you'll see the change. You'll see it.
I love it. I love it. Guys, that's 7 questions in 7 minutes. I think you answered all the questions super gracefully. I think everybody would say it, compared to a lot of the episodes. This episode, it would have to just honestly be answered with Dr. Shamika with grace, because this was a phenomenal episode. I love how you really talked about the aspect of coming out of the preparation of leaving something you're familiar in, still taking care of all the requirements of accountability, and now putting yourself in the space of understanding that there are things that are greater promise to you that God has already said to you, and you have to break the belief that you carry around. And it's so funny because I love talking on all that stuff that we just covered here today. And I think that this was such a great episode. For those that just watched us here today, go ahead and get connected. I don't think there will ever be another Dr. Shamika Harris. Feel free, guys, to go ahead and connect with her right now. This was a pleasurable episode. I look forward to actually seeing her on stage now, based on the presence that she brought here today. Guys, we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace and blessings for now. God bless.